Look! Someone's coming!
People of Razathan, it warms my heart to see so many brave, resilient souls before me. Today, I would share with you a great revelation. But before I do, I must make a humble request. Do not be alarmed, nor avert your eyes. See the one I unveil for who he is, and know that he means you no harm.
Very well. I dare say it can't be worse than the horrors we've already seen.
True.
Many thanks.
A dragon! Wow!
People of Razathan, I am Vritra, and for years uncounted hath this isle served as mine abode. 'Tis as the Satrap's ally I am known. Today, I would reveal the truth unto you.
Let us hope they accept him.
I'd be surprised if they didn't.
If I am hearing this right, you were the satrap all along?
In a sense, yeah.
Vashan! I mean, Master Vitra, does your divine eye really see all?
Nay, child. While mine eye hath borne witness to the whole of our nation's history, to its future I am blind as thee. Countrymen, calamity the likes of which we have never known is come to Ffxiv, our home. Friends and loved ones have been taken from us. I too, Ahawan loved this land and served it with dignity till his dying breath. A nobler satrap there will never be. For so long, I lacked the courage to face you. I will not easily earn your trust, this I know. And yet, I cannot sit idly by and abandon Razathan to her fate. A font of boundless vibrancy, this jewel of the ocean. Since time immemorial, hath she glittered with every color imaginable. To this dragon, slumbering in his dark lair, 'twas a mesmerizing sight, and one that brought no end of joy to my heart. This calamity hath stolen too much from you already, yet so long as you live, the light of Razathan will never be extinguished. I pray you let me watch over it, over you, and lend me your strength, that we might face this trial and those to come as one.
I do not know you, dragon, but I thank you for speaking the truth to us. As divinities, both Manusha and Riga once joined together, so too do I believe that hand in hand, we can overcome this ordeal and welcome an era of peace.
A sight that would have surely brought a smile to Azael's face.
Yeah, it would have.
Indeed.
Oh, great. Charlene's arrived.
Excuse me, but I must speak with the Satrap at once.
You're looking at him.
Father.
You have suffered dearly of late, yet you must endeavor to look beyond these losses to the future you yet have.
Yeah, they've already been given that spiel.
On behalf of the Forum of Sharlayan, I come with a proposal by which you, the people of Radzat-Han, might be saved. I say again, I must speak with your Satrap. I beseech you, take me to him with all possible haste.
And he's right there.
I am Satrap here. Speak thy proposal. All present shall hear and judge.
If I have given offense, then I apologize. First, allow me to share with you what knowledge we have of the phenomenon responsible for your woes. The final days. 'Tis an affliction of stagnancy and rot, sown into the currents of the star. Though the first prominent manifestation was here, in Thavnair, it will invariably spread to every corner of the world. The Forum was forewarned of this apocalypse several centuries ago. Thenceforth, my predecessors sought to prepare for the end times in the only conceivable fashion, by securing a means of escape.
Escape the star? What madness is this?
Man, this is Sparta. I mean, this is India.
'Tis by no means madness. With the coming of the 7th umbral calamity, the true nature of the Red Moon, Dalamod, was revealed. That it was an artificial construct of ancient Alag.
Right.
But what of the Silver Moon?
It is also an ancient construct.
This celestial satellite is yet another technological marvel fashioned and maintained by ancient allies. A ship that will sail the heavens and deliver our people from destruction. And by our people, I speak not only of Sharlayan. We mean to save every man, woman, and child it is within our power to save.
Well, I can't say you have a noble cause.
Including you, our dear friends of Radzat-Han. Recent events necessitate adjustments be made, and quickly, but we can and will escort you safely to the moon.
Long has thy forum been allies to Thavnair. I trust thou dost not extend this offer lightly. Yet I wonder, is this truly the way? Is there a future to be built for us beyond this star our father deemed the last bastion of hope?
It is for that very reason I come before you and your people. To answer any and all of your questions. To offer my assurances and allay your fears. Though, if you wish the best for your people, I advise you to render your decision swiftly.
Show our friends to Megaduta. They are to be received as honored guests. Worry not. Whatever decision is reached, your paths shall be yours to decide. Until then, heed the warning of these brave heroes. Guard your hearts against fear and despair, for it is within such fertile soil that the seeds of blasphemy find purchase. Remain calm and attend to your daily tasks. I shall return anon.
We'll do as you say, Master Vitra. We believe in you.
Aw. Dina.
Oh, you're still here. What a relief.
What's up?
Nidana, what's the matter? Has something happened at Palika's stand?
Oh, no, not that I know of. I just hope to hear your thoughts on a theory of mine. All who
Pray tell.
undergo the transformation are drained of their ether, yes? What is it then that gives these beasts the strength to carry on as they do?
That's a very good question.
Logically, they must be drawing upon an alternate form of vital energy. That put me in mind of our earlier conversation, when I tried to explain the essence which many confuse with ether.
Oh yeah, emotion.
Akasha. Yes, I remember. The unseen gift bestowed from on high. An energy influenced solely by emotion.
Ding ding ding.
Yes, yes. In this instance, negative ones set Akasha into motion, thereby infusing the beasts with vitality. I posit this as the mechanism by which the beasts are born and sustained.
That makes sense.
Ah, do you still have that flower?
Of course. Help us. Oh. Never mind.
If we accept that it once shone bright by drawing upon Akasha, influenced by the thoughts of those nearby, then fear, terror, despair, negative emotions so powerful as to suffocate it, permeated the air in this place.
That makes sense.
You must be very careful. The forces which drive the final days may be beyond our ability to perceive.
That's a dark thought.
Sorry, I didn't mean to scare you like that. At any rate, I will continue my research into Akasha. Do temper your expectations, however. There are sadly few detailed studies upon which I may draw.
Formulating a new theory as you have is itself no small feat. I wish you well in your endeavors, and pray you take care.
Thank you. You stay safe as well, yes? Till next we meet. And we will meet again.
So not only are they born of emotion, but they strive off it. Explain the voice. Yeah. Makes a lot of sense. Thing. Because if not, what the hell? Of course you can't write a mount here. About time.
So blasphemies now plague all the realm.
Shocking, I know.
It will only get worse if what Father said is true. As it did in Amarot.
If that's our model, then shouldn't we expect the effects to grow more severe as it feeds off its own spread? As if people transforming into those monstrosities wasn't bad enough. If the flora and fauna, if the land itself turned against us.
No one would survive.
Here's your order, friend.
Thanks.
May you find comfort in these dark times.
We try.
Where do we go from here? If there's one thing we've learned, fighting blindly and simply reacting to what comes will accomplish nothing. We must find a solution that addresses the fundamental cause. Before our strength is exhausted, before this crisis spirals... Is there something? Anything we've overlooked?
If there is an answer, Hydaelyn herself will have it. 'Twas she who bound Zodiac and forestalled the final days.
That's true.
Alas, we have heard naught from her since the Tower of Babel. Whether she cannot or will not speak, I can only speculate. Even the flower she gave us is no more.
Elpis.
So advised the Watcher. But what could be the significance of that name? It is entirely unfamiliar to me.
To me as well. It meant something to the ancients, though. In our time.
Most surely. Yet I do not recall a single mention of it in the records of Anida.
Another dead end. And quite literally. It's not as if there are any ancients living we could go and ask.
Not alive as such, but not quite dead.
What?
Elidibus.
Oh.
I sealed him in the White Horus site of the Crystal Tower back on the first.
But we didn't.
Contained within that
destroy him.
reservoir of ether that maintains it, ether that is returned little by little to the sea. Naught may remain of his soul. However, if part of it lingers, we might be able to speak with him there. I know we can no longer make that journey, but you, my friend, still can. Thank you, my friend. That would mean much to me.
If nothing else, should we learn the First is safe, we'll have that much more reason to keep fighting the good fight.
True.
That said, the odds are not in our favor, to say the least.
Aren't they ever?
Which is why we're fortunate to have Urianger up there on the moon, working hard to make all the necessary preparations for our departure, should it come to it.
And why we have nothing to lose by staying the course till the last instant.
Heck yeah.
Indeed. To the last, let us all do what we can. I will consult with Master Matoya and see if she knows of a way to reach Hydaelyn from the ethereal sea.
And I will visit the nation's leaders and attempt to ascertain how far the final days have progressed elsewhere.
Keep me abreast of your findings. I can seek out and slay the worst of the immediate threats, if only to slow the spread.
Unease, terror, despair. Try as we might to suppress them, these emotions will return to harry us time and time again. But when they do, remember this. Your friends and loved ones are out there somewhere, sharing in your struggle. You are not alone.
So ends the brief respite before the next revelation. Yes, so much left for you to see. Where beginning ends, and end begins.
First I'll do this. Hey, Merc. Yeah, not surprised it'd be a dragon. idiot. Seriously? Oh, a bunch of idiots. Hello, person in the chat. Well then, now we go to the Crystarium, I guess. Been a while. Really wish I had gotten fly here, but it's like it really matters. Yeah, I can see why she would feel unsettled. She's totally not unsettled by the fact that shit's going down. An unskippable event. That's rare. Oh, hey. Another one. I waited and waited and waited. She wouldn't so much as acknowledge the presence of her beautiful branch, even though she's right there. Such a heartless thing our sapling is, cold and cruel and heartless. I fail, I need you. Old faithful, fail, loveliest of branches, how I have missed you. I have more important things to do, your majesty. If you truly missed me, you should have cried for me at the top of your lungs the instant you arrived. To make it for it, you will call with twice the passion next time. Though, there to be a next time, you've some future struggles to overcome. Well, how'd you know? Hey, Reen. How's Gaia? Echo. The world's ending. Said the guy who would pick an elf, or Ellison as they're called here. So, you really do not want to talk. Cat person. Well, that's ironic of you. I thought you would have picked the elf. At least the closest thing to an elf in this game. First, my first race was the cat too. Then I picked the Aura, which is like kind of like a half-dragon person, but Vira's have always been my fancy, so.
Biometric authentication complete. Please state your business. Acknowledged. Reinitializing Circus Tower systems. Searching for Elidibus and...
Oops.
Target located in subterranean core power accumulator. Projecting image.
My home. My friends. No more than a dream.
Long time no see, Elidibus. Or what's left of you, anyways.
You. Why have you awakened me? I no longer sense those places beyond, or Lord Zodiac. You must explain all.
Well, Van Daniel had a fun little play of destroying the world. Or trying to, anyways. And we're trying to stop that.
So, he is fallen, and my brethren's souls returned to the star. The doom we sacrificed so much to prevent is come again. Old burdens now yours to bear. But if this is Van Daniel's design, then I, as Elidibus, have a duty to fulfill.
Oh, really?
Your unsolicited act has restored to me some few memories of the convocation. Such knowledge as I have, I will share.
Well, that's very nice of you, considering everything.
I do this not for you. I merely perform my duty, as I have ever done.
Fair enough.
Where to begin? The end. Your understanding of what caused the final days is consistent with our own. The decay first took root where the currents were weakest. Yes, a conclusion drawn by him, Van Daniel. Not the him of here and now, but as I knew him, long, long ago. Having shed light upon the phenomenon, he dedicated himself to devising a countermeasure.
Ironic, isn't it?
Were it not for his knowledge of the Celestial, we would never have made the connection, and thence forestalled the final days. And though he inherited that noble soul, how different this last incarnation. So consumed by self-loathing and hate.
Must have been a millennial. I'm sorry. I can't help myself. Must have been a millennial. Can't even finish the sentence.
Elpis. Yes. The name is familiar to me. Yet I know it not as a flower, but a place.
A place?
A testing facility for determining which of our creations were fit to be released into the world. Many worked there. And before joining the Convocation and assuming the title of Fandaniel, he was their chief. He was Hermes.
You mean the messenger god? Obviously a different thing, but you know.
That is all I know. The crystals tell little of the lives the 14 led prior to their induction. Elpis itself would tell even less. Nary a ruin has survived.
Presumably.
Wait. I saw you there. In Elpis.
Huh?
No. I did not. But I did. I did. A lingering trace of impossibility. And a truth that fills my heart.
Bizarre.
My memories remain clouded, I fear. However, they have revealed to me one possible course. You must travel to Elpis, to the time when Hermes served as its chief.
Yeah. Not the first weird crap that's happened in this game.
In glimpsing the Exarch's memories, not only did I make his summoning magic mine own, I also mastered the workings of this tower.
Well, that's convenient.
Which, having absorbed my empowered essence, now harbors an abundance of energy. As such, I believe I can deliver you unto the past, unto that place and that precise moment. Given the eons that must be traversed, the gateway will not be fully formed.
You gotta love paradoxes.
Your form will be less tangible still than those warriors of light I had summoned. In all likelihood, none will be able to see or hear you. Yet even should you manage to interact with others, you will be unable to effect meaningful change. For the reality you wish to save, the reality to which you must return, exists as a result of the final days.
True.
You cannot reshape the past to undo the tragedies of the present. Cannot unmake the sorrow and suffering fated to come.
Time travel in a nutshell. Yeah, never heard of the butterfly effect. Stepping on a butterfly causing the end of the world, never heard of it. Of course, the end of the world's already happening, so...
Will you still entrust your life to your foe and make the journey?
Well, I don't have much of another choice. Plus, I trust you, yeah.
Very well. I shall cast you unto the river of time. Let this be my final act.
I didn't always like
you must input
Elidibus.
the commands. I no longer have the authority.
I didn't always like Elidibus, but you aren't
First,
that bad.
you must reconfigure the systems, that the tower's ether may be channeled for the magic. The preparations are complete. The gateway will soon open. Return at once to the ocular. All appears to be in order. the ether flows unimpeded. The magic should consume every last mote of my essence.
A shame.
Why are you surprised? Did I not say that this will be my final act?
Well, can't someone pity a poor soul?
Lord Zodiac is no more. There is nothing for me here.
Fair.
The ones I love and long to see again are waiting. In that promised land. Beyond memory and dream.
May you rest in peace, Elidibus.
Now go, warrior of light. Go, and do not look back.
Why? Is that gonna be like that alleyway in, JoJo Part 4? Is that a JoJo reference? Yes. But yeah, Elidibus was pretty much the only good Ascian. I mean, he still caused issues, but he didn't, like, do anything.
Hydaelyn, I take my leave of you. Yours is the mantle of the last of us.
Literally. The last Ascian.
May you have...
And technically
the
the
joy
last primal.
of it. The burden and the solitude. It falls to you now. You and your champion to save our star.
Let us hope we can. But no pressure. But yay, time travel. That never goes wrong. Doing some good old crystal meth. Or just crystal. Well, this is fancy. And of course I'm see-through. Some actual Amorites. They look relatively human. Ironic, isn't it? Though, are they like almost as human in this world, really small? Or, yeah, that'd be funny. It'd be funny if I could attune to the Aetheryte. Oh my god, am I actually attuned to a... Aww, that would have been hilarious. Plus, you know, this is the past, and that would be pointless and impossible to make anything of it. Incorporeal, transcending the boundary between existence and nihility. Black-robed man. That pretty much says anyone who's here, so that's kind of redundant. It's like calling the guy in robes robed man, but yeah, that's just normal. Can I just walk through it?
And here we are, Elpis.
Well, well. How rare to receive you in person. To what do we owe the honor?
Oh, just
hey.
a few odd tasks. We'll be here a while.
I remember that hairstyle.
You're welcome to stay as long as you see fit, of course. As a matter of procedure, however, I must ask that you kindly remove your masks.
Come now. Is this truly necessary? Surely you can tell who we are.
Who you are, perhaps, but I am far less infamous. Regardless, if we do not follow protocol, 'tis our hosts who would be held accountable. So, please, do favor us with your handsome face.
Hades. Oh, hello, Xemnas. He looks like Xemnas anyways. Ironic, isn't it?
Satisfied?
I thank you
yeah,
for your
that's
cooperation. You are free to go about your business.
I guess that's Hermes. Or as we know him, Van Daniel. Seriously, the yellow eyes, the silver hair.
You see it too, yes?
Ironic, isn't it? Then again, it is made by the same people, so...
I haven't the foggiest what you're talking about.
That's odd. It's right here. A bit thin in the ether, but there's no mistaking it. The color of its soul is almost identical to Azem's.
Oh yeah, we're Azem's sundered soul. Or
Do you suppose she created it?
Something like it.
Rather unusual for a familiar to have a soul, though.
Familiar to have a soul.
Don't ask me. All I know is that it's trouble. Doubly so if it's her spitting image.
Seriously, it has to be intentional that he looks like Xehanort.
So let's leave it be. Come now.
It's trying to say something. But it's literally too intangible.
You won't be able to
form
affect
words.
anything.
Why don't you give it some ether? Spare a snifter of your bounteous reserves.
Who do you take me for?
Why, a dear friend, of course. One who wouldn't let acts of kindness, such as my accompanying him on errands to far-flung outposts, go unrewarded?
I suggest you close your eyes, or this may be unpleasant.
Seriously, it has to be intentional that its original
You may
look
open your eyes.
looks very similar to Xehanort. Okay. Holy crap, I'm tall.
Oh, you even adjusted its size.
The better to indulge your whim. This way, it will be easier to communicate.
How very thoughtful of you. And may I applaud your artful reinforcement. Without further ado then. Greetings! I am Hythlodaeus, Chief of the Bureau of the Architect.
Hythlodaeus. I remember you. Well, sort of.
Sulking beside me is the most honorable Emmett Selk of the Convocation of 14.
No, Emmett Selk. Not... Convocation of 14? Looks like Xehanort. Are you kidding me? But yeah, come on. But yeah, Emmett Selk, not Elizabeth.
And how might we address you, my new friend?
Seriously, it has? Like, the quiz? Like, come on.
A fine name. And I'm pleased to see you understand our words. So, tell us, whence have you come? The thinness of your essence suggests you weren't created here.
I come from a time long from here. Millions of years.
You do not know? Or cannot say? Allow me to ask a different question then. What brings you here?
I wish to find out the truth.
Well now, the same as us. Perhaps Azim wished to come too, but had to settle for a familiar.
Yeah, sure, let's go with that.
If
Easier.
she truly wished to be here, then she would be.
Right you are. My apologies if we've given offense. The two of us can discern the color of souls, you see, and yours happens to resemble that of a friend. And with your purpose matching our own besides, we jumped to a hasty conclusion.
Well, you wouldn't be exactly wrong.
We are here to speak with Hermes, the chief overseer of this facility, which we also intend to tour in order to gain greater insight into the man's work.
Funny, because that's what I want to do. Mostly to hope it gleans information.
Though this is Emmett Selk's charge. I am here only to serve as his guide. And I should be happy to serve as yours as well, by way of an apology for the misunderstanding.
Well, thank you.
Wait, are you suggesting that we bring it along on official business? This thing we know next to nothing about?
Rude.
If you harbor suspicions, better to keep it close than leave it to its own devices. Wouldn't you agree?
I like Hythlodaeus. It's not as though it's the first time we've talked to him.
Besides, having a mysterious life form in tow is the norm rather than the exception here.
I'm afraid to ask.
Welcome, my friends, to the testing ground of creation at Heaven's Edge. Elpis.
Huh. Very similar to, Labyrinthos, or I guess Labyrinthos is based off this in a way. Oh, hey, the doggy! And Heidelin. Or, I guess
This
it would
presence.
I guess it'd be more right to say,
Hermes! Visitors! We have visitors!
yeah, I guess that would be somewhat true. Also, hey, Alex, Ottles. Except they're more fish-like. Also, yay, we get to see Heidelin.
What secrets
or at least before she was Heidelin.
Wonder.
Though obviously she can sense us rather well. A pretty place, indeed. Yeah, you can't affect things, but you can do battle and all that here. Yeah, that makes sense. Gotta love time travel. Again, though, time travel's not exactly the strangest thing that's happened in this series. Honestly, it's been a lot weirder. That's not surprising. These somewhat remind me of the ads from, Ravana. The death of WoW is coming. WoW's been dying since a while. Though, considering how Final Fantasy 14 is progressing, I wouldn't be surprised if it tops it in MMORPG ranking. This is only the freaking 4th expansion. Yeah, 4th. Let's count Realm Reborn, since technically it's the sequel of the original Final Fantasy XIV, but it's also its own game, so semantics. turn living beings into clothing? No, not just like that. You need to revert them to their constituent ether first. Sophist, which unironically was the name of the skill for the guy in the Battle in 5 Seconds. Rather fitting, considering. That would explain why they wear masks and hoods, just to keep everything plain and simple or whatever. Plus individuality is illegal. Joking. But yeah, anyways. Ladies. Of course, them being friends would explain why Emmett Sulk had created an image of Hythlodaeus, a very living-ish one, in his Take Amarat. And we even meet Hythlodaeus for real when we were going to fight Zoyark, but, you know, he was sealed in it, so... That same song.
You are...
Seriously, that song is so reminiscent of the just casual music played in Deadly Premonition.
Oh.
Aren't you a cutie?
Different. You're different too.
Yeah, you're like a harpy.
We're alike. Friends. I want to be...
Oh, you're so cute.
Wait. Please. Wait.
Aren't you a cutie?
Greetings and salutations. Can you hear me?
Telepathy.
Do not be alarmed. I mean you no harm. I wish only to hear your words, share your feelings, and know your thoughts. May we please be friends?
Of course!
May we please be friends?
I like her.
Ah, I see you found him.
It's Ladeus. It's been a while. Too long, I think.
Too long indeed for close collaborators. On this blessed occasion, I bring not only myself, but others who long to speak with you.
You are of the Convocation?
Emmett Selk at your service. Do I have the honor of addressing Hermes, Chief Overseer of Elpis?
You do. You have traveled far for it.
Given your facility's purpose, its remote location is something of a necessity. Would that I didn't have to rely upon a guide.
Oh, you wound me. Have I not ever been an attentive and helpful friend? But moving along to more agreeable company, this one we chance to...
God, he's so cute.
Well, you certainly have her attention. Is she one of yours, Hermes?
Her name is Meteon. It means shooting star.
Oh, Meteon. Huh.
If I may make an observation, her ether is terribly thin. I fear she might dissipate at any moment. Nor do I believe you've made a submission to the Bureau. I would remember such a concept if you had.
I haven't, as you say. I judged it too early. She's a pet project of mine, still undergoing preliminary testing.
Pet project.
But rest assured that I will attend in person ere long.
What, her?
Very well. Being an authority on flying life forms, I appreciate that you are exacting in your work. I shall look forward to your submission.
Hermes is the authority on flying life forms. Yeah, if that's not fitting, I don't know what it is.
If we have finished with the perfunctory chit-chat, I would discuss official matters. By my coming, I trust you already anticipate the subject.
Not at all.
I have an inkling, yes. Please wait to the main building yonder. I shall join you as soon as I've returned these creatures to their homes.
What's wrong, Hermes?
An ambystoma is missing.
Ambystoma?
I may have found it. A creature with the self-same ether as those there, nestled in the boughs of a tree outside the grounds.
You're saying they can climb with their sorry excuses for limbs?
Well, you can talk with your sorry excuse of a mouth.
The fashion has been to imbue aquatic creatures with the power of flight, ever since the words of Metron created a sky-swimming fish. The Ambistomas too can fly, if only slightly, and they could conceivably climb a tree. Whether they can come down safely, however... Excuse me.
So they're like cats, but, you know, they like water.
I'll help, too!
God, she's so cute! When you have got your magic, why not?
And what are we supposed to do with this lot?
I mean, that's science, too. The question isn't why, it's why not.
May I suggest we split up? If you would be so good as to assist Hermes,
And yes, I
Emmett
just
Selk and I shall
referenced,
keep an eye on these adorable creations in the meantime.
I literally just referenced Caveman Johnson, sue me. He seems fine. Yeah, don't worry. God, Mignonne is so cute. I want her as like pet or daughter or something. I don't know. She's just so cute. She's like a dragon harpy thing. That's adorable. But society isn't ready for that kind of advancement in technology. Too many idiots. Oh, already good. My bad. I think I already attuned to it. this place is massive. That's what she said. Oh, wait, that doesn't make any sense. Eh.
This appears to be the place.
That's
and
the other
here is
giant
where we
building.
part ways. We will be discussing highly sensitive affairs. Only a select few may be privy to such knowledge, and that does not include someone who cannot or will not divulge their origins.
Oh. Unfortunately, I think I might need to know.
Will I have to remove you by force?
Harder, Daddy. Wait. And more important things to say to him as well. There are reasons I cannot speak freely. I come from the future. You're
Let's
all going
hear
to
them
die.
then. These reasons of yours. Who knows? If I deem your mysterious cause worthy, I may even be inclined to offer my assistance.
Ironic, isn't it?
I do not object to her attendance.
Oh, thanks.
Hermes, this is highly irregular.
You're highly irregular, asshole.
Perhaps. But I believe she can be trusted. Meteion would not have taken to her so quickly otherwise. Moreover, the presence of a third party may help me to maintain composure.
Sure, you oily snob.
As you wish, then. Behave yourself. Do you hear?
Probably would behave myself better than Meteion will. She's a rather excitable thing.
So, it's finally happened, then.
Aye. Van Daniels declared his intention to step down, and named you as his preferred successor.
Yeah, names here are just titles.
In recognition of your knowledge and your works, the Convocation is giving the recommendation due consideration. As one who does not know you personally, I am to use my impartial eye to take your measure.
Excuse me for a second.
And above all else, to ascertain your disposition towards the invitation. I understand that you and Van Daniel are close. He himself was once chief overseer of Elpis, after all. I should not be surprised if you knew before anyone else that he wished to relinquish his office.
I did. He told me that when he fulfilled his purpose, he wished to pass the torch to me.
The torch you seem none too pleased to accept. Are you so averse to serving on the Convocation?
No, it's not that. For a humble researcher like myself to even be considered is an honor beyond words. No. What troubles me, what I struggle to come to terms with, is the very fact that Van Daniel is stepping down. Does this not mean that he will return to the Star?
Of his own volition, yes, like so many others have before him.
Return to the star? Does that mean...
Well now, that's not a word I hear often. Is that what you say here in Elpis? Mankind is the life of Atheris. Each of us, a drop of blood flowing through its veins, bearing sustenance. In our finite time upon it, 'tis our duty to make it a better place, that all who call it home, now and in future, may abide in happiness. To that end, we have dedicated ourselves to the pursuit of enlightened creation. And by our efforts did we transform this once untamed wilderness into the peaceful paradise you enjoy today. To return to the star whence we came is a privilege afforded to we who have so loved and nurtured it. A choice embraced by those who have lived their lives to the fullest, in service to our world. And when they depart upon this journey, it is beautiful, always.
The 14 are no exception. 'Tis believed no occasion is more felicitous than the fulfillment of one's duty. Our office becomes our lives, and to retire is to return, or so the majority of us hold. Some few have elected to eschew custom. Mayhap you feel Fandaniel's deeds do not warrant his return. Yet you should know his accomplishments as well as any. During his time, he conceived of countless outstanding concepts. And channeling the wealth of experience he attained here in Elpis, he brought forth many new specimens.
I know of all this. I do. It's just... I cannot fathom why someone so great and wise, who could still do so much good, would want to end it all.
Oh, the irony.
Oh no. I've made her upset. Forgive me. I know I requested your presence. Might I trouble you to take Meteon outside? A change of scenery would do her good.
Considering Hermes, or as he's called Fandaniel, is the one who causes the end of the world, him wondering why someone so fortuitous could end it all is rather ironic. Yeah, shoe bill. You already heard her do this. Huh. Fitting. Plain. Nah. That's just a shoe bill. They kind of look like dicks. But not like literal dicks, but like they just seem to be like assholes. And you know what I mean. Obviously they don't actually look like a dick. That'd be weird. Oh, it's not the first thing yeah. I'm rambling. Oh. Don't worry about it. I love Medion. She's so cute. She tries her best. Definitely going to be important to the overall story and the conveyance of feelings and all that. Being the whole, you know. There it is.
Amazing, is it not? The Ampelos, one of our newest subjects. So, how are we coming along?
It's the flowers.
This place is Elpis. Those flowers. Elpis. Entelekis. Like me.
Intelleckies? Emotion readers, I suppose.
They are a product of Elpis, and so named for their birthplace.
Well, if we did that for everything, everything would be named Elpis.
A happy accident, born of the hands of a former researcher who loved beautiful blossoms. Unique for how they change color, to reflect the emotional state of those nearby. Though be it here or elsewhere, they are seldom seen in any hue save purest white.
Peculiar.
Reflect the emotional state, you say? By what means do they achieve this?
In creation, there exists an energy wholly apart from ether, one driven by emotions. In like manner to how we manipulate ether, this flower is subject to the influence of said energy. Well, it has no will of its own. It is sensitive to the prevailing emotion in the vicinity, and reacts by altering its color and vibrancy.
That's what we know of it. Akasha.
Akasha? It is one of the unseen energies defined by Harnish alchemical theory. Though a gross oversimplification, some describe it as an essence influenced by feeling.
Akasha. Though I'm not familiar with the term, your description suggests it is the self-same energy.
Yeah.
Dynamis, we call it.
Dynamis.
And those entities like the Elpis flower that have the ability to interact with this energy, converting emotions into tangible phenomena, are Antelekis.
That's me! That's me! An Enteleki!
That you are, my dear. And no ordinary one at that, but the first possessed of free will.
Wait. A form of energy other than ether? Dynamis? I've never heard of such a thing.
Hardly surprising. Dynamis cannot be seen, much less felt. And though its existence has long been theorized, we had no proof until the flower's serendipitous creation. What's more, Dynamis is far weaker than ether. Under normal circumstances, its effects are drowned out by the latter, on account of which, beings comprised of and reliant upon the ether, like you and I, are unable to make practical use of Dynamis. 'Tis a truly esoteric thing, known to but a select few scholars.
Intriguing. Then, given the limitations you described, why create Meteon?
Why not? She's adorable.
Our star, Aetheris, is especially rich in ether. So much so that its name is derived from it.
Aetheris. Yeah, I get it.
However, when we consider all energy in existence here and in the vast space beyond, Dynamis may account for as much as 68.3%.
That's a lot.
The more abundant form by far. Were we able to control it, we could open the door to limitless possibilities.
And something tells me that's what causes the final days.
'Tis not unlike a gently flowing stream, unable to break through the dam of ether barring its path. But if we could imbue the stream with the vigor of a raging river... Not that I have such grand ambitions.
Well, that's a load of bull crap.
Nay. I merely wish to create a being that could traverse the great expanse. The relative scarcity of ether beyond the bounds of this star was a concern. And so, I looked to another source of energy by necessity.
Smart.
That being Dynamis. No wonder her ether is so thin.
Precisely.
Yours is thin too. Like an entelechy. Like me.
Sort of.
So... are we the same? Entelecchies.
It's complicated. Sure, I don't know why I can't be one. Well, I have been known to transcend my limits with nothing but determination. Undertale much? If I'm dead, it's because Evan didn't do a proper job. I'm sorry, but I always like the snarky answers. Like, people being snarky in this game is just beautiful.
Well, aren't we ungrateful? Mayhap I should revert you to the pathetic, faded thing you were.
Harder, Daddy.
A deficit of ether alone does not an entelechy make. It would, however, make it easier for you to interact with Dynamis. And
True.
limited though its influence may be, this quality could prove the difference between victory and defeat. You'd do well not to underestimate it.
Perhaps that's why we're stronger than our old ones.
Oh dear. I'd forgotten about the poor fellow. You must excuse me a moment while I go and verify a few more things.
The troubles of a scholar, always focused on one thing, only to realize he forgot about a completely different thing. Yeah. Of course, that's gamers too. Being honest, totally gonna be like, become the catalyst of the final days. I can totally see that coming. Would not be surprising at all. Would be sad, but wouldn't be surprising. I want to learn about him. Since we apparently have less ether than the originals, perhaps that would explain why we're so much stronger, because we're more privy to, well, Dynamis. That would explain why we become so much more powerful in times of dire straits, and so on. And why we can, despite being mortals, kill what's essentially immortal gods. It's a lot to think on, isn't it? Charybdis. They even look like Charybdis from Slime. Ugh. And my favorite thing to do. Say what's intended, but also be an ass about it. Well, it's just compliance through gaming. Basically what speedrunners do all the time, except not to the extreme. Unfortunately. I couldn't help myself.
No, no, no. You are not foisting this nonsense on me.
I'm given to understand you have the power to help the Charybdis, and should be quite willing to do so. And so I appeal to your better nature, most benevolent Emet-Selch. Please teach her to fly.
Or else Hermes will transform. Right now.
Now, there's no need to go quite that far. Altruism is its own reward, as I'm sure he would agree.
Oh, would he now? And who contrived to put me in this position, pray tell?
Nothing so devious. I merely suggested a possible course of action.
Please, Emet-Selch. Please.
Can you say no to such an adorable face?
I did not come all this way to play nursemaid to your creations. I'd thank you to remember this favor and let it be the last. I will aid it once it has taken to the air. It falls to you to shepherd it skyward.
Well, let's relax and enjoy the spectacle, shall we? You were wondering why Emet-Selch joined the convocation.
I was, yes.
Truth be told, he wasn't the first choice for the office. I was. On the strength of my ability to see ether. But I declined the offer. For though my vision is exceptional, I am pedestrian in quite abysmal when it comes to manipulating ether, for example. Couldn't transform even if I had a mind to do so. What good is the ability to perceive a problem if one cannot act to address it? Emet-Selch has no such shortcomings. He excels in vision and manipulation both, the latter to an extraordinary degree. If there is a mage more powerful, I do not know of them.
What about me? I did beat him. Though, much later.
Thus did I recommend him for the office in my stead. And I wasn't the only one. Far from it. Countless others vouched for his skill and character. People the world over, to whom he had previously lent a helping hand.
He's not that much of a bad guy.
Oh, how surprised he was. Claimed he hadn't done anything remarkable for anyone. Modest to a fault. He deserved every bit of acclaim he received. Yet he may well have gone unappreciated were it not for a mutual friend.
That's it, I suppose.
A singular soul who can't help but involve herself in the business of others. Where she walks, excitement is certain to follow.
Yeah, that's definitely how I sound.
Her antics irritate Emet-Selch to no end. But much of his grumbling stems from genuine concern. When our friend calls, he never fails to answer and lend his talents. And in the course of doing so, he himself came to be recognized and respected by those around him. They are truly remarkable individuals, and I'm proud to call them friends. To help them realize their dreams. This will be my greatest contribution to our world.
Well, then being part of the Summon of Zodiac, I suppose.
And when they have fulfilled their respective purposes, so too shall I have fulfilled mine. And together we may return to the star.
Ironically, that's kind of what happened.
Look at me,
took forever.
spilling my innermost secrets. I can't seem to help it with you.
Well, that's because I'm a Zim.
I can only assume it is due to the color of your soul. I just don't understand how you can be so alike and yet so different.
Well done, my pet. Well done!
I'm sorry, did she just call him her pet? Oh, no, Charybdis. Okay, that makes more sense. Would have been funnier if she called him her pet, though.
Ah, yes. I dare say the Charybdis will be fine here on. Why don't you go and signal to Emmett Selk? Let him know that his arduous task is at an end.
Nah, I want him to suffer. Like he did. All right. 12 Yonders. 12 Wanders. But, like, seriously? By the 12 gods of Eorzea? Coincidence? Probably. But, hey. Gridani is also known as the 12 Swoods, so... The 12 Wanders. 12 Wonders. Makes me think that indeed she's going to be the catalyst to the end. Mankind is a harsh mistress. The road to hell is paved with... Yeah, truer words have never been said. You try to do good in the world and all it does is end up causing more problems. Possibly even causing the end of the world. So, yeah. Depressing, is it not? Yeah, we tried Neon. I care a lot for him. And that means a lot. Of course, one could attribute your care for him as just, you know, the emotions of him, but, you know, what is a soul, right? Oh hey, it's more of the Elpis. hate to end it right here, but I have some things to do, so I'm gonna have to take a break. I'll see you guys next time. Probably sooner than normal, but I'll be back in a while, I